Hey guys, my name's Matthew and I'm here at the Magee Library. I'm here today to lead you through this week's virtual program. All summer, our theme for summer library programs has been Imagine Your Story. Now that's a great theme because it can mean a lot of different things. It can mean fairy tales, trolls, princesses, pixie dust, fairies, or it can mean dragons and castles and knights. And here at Magee, we were really excited about the dragon part because we just like dragons. So one of the programs that we had planned and what I'm going to lead you through today is a make your own dragon egg. It's a real simple thing to do. Hopefully you've already been into the Facebook page for CMRLS earlier this week and already got your supply list. If you hadn't, it's a really easy supply list. You're going to need some plastic eggs. Think Easter eggs. They're real easy to find. You're also going to need either a hot glue gun or some kind of tape. Then you're going to need paint. What we found that works really well is acrylic paint, but also spray paint works well, and it's been suggested that nail polish might have some really cool effects on the dragon eggs. So you need to get those things together. Something optional is glitter, and I'll explain that at the end. So if you've got all your elements, let's go ahead and get started. And we're going to start by doing the hot glue part. Now something I did find as I did these earlier is that with the eggs, they have some little tiny holes in the ends of them. And when you're working with hot glue, it is hot glue. So if you take a toothpick and stick it in the hole, you got something to hold on to it. That way you don't get hot glue or paint on your hands. Now, what you're gonna do with the hot glue is you just wanna start going up and down, just making patterns all over the egg. There's no particular pattern that you gotta follow. It's strictly up to your imagination how you want it to look. The purpose of this is gonna be to give the egg some texture. And the texture is gonna show up more and more as you paint it. So you just wanna keep going round and round, just however you want it to look, doesn't matter. Now, I'll hold that up so you can see, and you see how the glue is? I'm just not really any particular pattern, just up and down and sideways. Just however you want to do your own glue is the best way to do it. Now, if you don't have access to a hot glue gun, there is a different way to do it. Get an egg, and what I've got here is just some plain old blue painter's tape. You can use masking tape, you can use duct tape, you can use transparent tape, it doesn't matter, just some sort of tape. What you're gonna do is you wanna tear off a strip. It can be as long as you want it to be, or it can be short. But what you're gonna do with the tape, you're gonna start and you just wanna get it pushed down. Now, take it and just kind of lay it around the egg. You don't want it to be really tight. You don't want it to be really precise. Because you see, once you get it there, you want to make sure you get the edges of the tape down. And as you do that, you see what happens, how it wrinkles up and it crinkles up? That's what you want. You want the wrinkles and you want the crinkles in it, because that's what's going to give you the texture in it. So, and you can use, like I say, you can use long piece of tape, short piece of tape, go up and down on it, go round and round, whatever you think is going to look best, because this egg is your creation, so you want it to look the way you want it. I'm just going to show you the basics of how to do it, and then you can add more to it, you can do less with it, whatever you want. So you see again, I just put the tape on, make sure you get the edges down, and then just go back and just kind of press down on the rest of it, and you get all these little wrinkles and crinkles in it. Now I had somebody ask me, why are all the wrinkles and crinkles? Why is all the hot glue, why is that important? What that's gonna do for your egg as you do it is it's gonna give some texture. And the texture is gonna show up more as you paint it. And I figure, you know, these are dragon eggs, right? They're not chicken eggs, they're not regular eggs. They should look a little different. And I think what the hot glue does on it, what the wrinkles in the tape does, is it make it look kind of like, you know, that's maybe where the wings are starting to press out, or maybe the tail's starting to push up, you know, because there's something different in there. There's something fierce in there. So that's what we want it to look like. Now, Once you get it to this point, you got the hot glue all over it, you know, you got your tape on there, you gotta decide how you wanna paint it. There's a couple different ways. Now, I've used acrylic paint and just a paintbrush. I also use spray paint. Here's my caution. If you're gonna use spray paint, and spray paint's really pretty cool because you can get it in some really different colors, neon colors. You can get metallic, so it's got some little flakes in it, and those look really good. But if you're gonna use spray paint, do it outside. I'm not gonna demonstrate using spray paint today because I am indoors. You never wanna use spray paint inside. And when you use it, you wanna wear a mask. Right now, everybody's got a mask. So make sure you go outside and make sure you get some parental supervision, some adult supervision as you do it, because spray paint can be dangerous to you if it gets into your nose and into your mouth, okay? So if you're gonna go that route, make sure you do it outside with a mask and with somebody watching. Now, if you wanna use acrylic paint, I've got a couple different colors here, and I'm gonna start with gray. And all you do with it is you just wanna start painting. Now, as you do it, you wanna make sure you put a good bit of paint on, because you want it to cover up, in this case, the hot glue. You also want it to be thick enough that it's gonna cover up the color of the egg that you paint. See, now, this one being a yellow egg, it's not too hard to cover that. So it's easier to get enough on there. Now I'm gonna get a little bit more on there. Make sure you get it into them crannies and them nooks so that it gets good and covered. Get some more on there. We're gonna get a little more and go right down through here. And then I'm gonna show you. You see, as you start to do that, you're gonna see what I'm talking about when I talk about the textures. You see the texture, how that hot glue stands up as you're painting over it? I've also got some red here. Don't see if I can get the red to work. My red's getting really low, so I don't have as much of it to use, and I do like the red. But like I said, I don't have as much, and it's really thin on me too. So it's not really showing up as well. Not doing as good as I would like it to. But you can see a little bit how that red looks on it. I kind of like the red color on there. Now, that's how it's gonna look if you're gonna do it on one of the eggs that you hot glue. If you decide to go the route of the tape, it's the exact same process. You take it, and again, you just want to paint over it. And again, go thick with that paint because you don't want any of the color showing through. And with the tape, just like with the hot glue, you want to make sure that you get it covered so that you don't see it, but you still see all the wrinkles and the crinkles from the tape where that texture is. We'll just put some there. We'll go up and down. When I do this, I kind of feel like Bob Ross, because just a happy little egg, you know. And if you've never watched Bob Ross and you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to check him out. He's on YouTube. So just get that tape, the paint on there, and get it good and thick. Make sure again that you get into all the little crevices and cracks. And as you start to get down in there, that's what it's going to end up looking like. And you see how the same way with the hot glue, it covers over those things, and it gives it that texture look. Now, if you want to go the nail polish route, I would love to see what that looks like. I'm sorry guys, I don't own a whole lot of nail polish, so I didn't do one with nail polish. But if some of y'all got a lot of nail polish and you got some different colors and you want to give it a try, absolutely do it. Also, if you want to give it a little extra something while it's still wet, hey, glitter. You can get glitter in all sorts of different colors, different sizes, and just go crazy with it. You know, put as much glitter on your egg as you want. So, whether you go with the hot glue or the tape, when you get done, if you use the acrylic paint, this is how they're gonna turn out. Now I just did both of these in just a plain red. It's acrylic paint. This one is the one with the hot glue. This is the one that I did the tape on. You can see the hot glue has more texture to it than the regular tape does. But I like the color of these, and I like the way these turned out. Now, I talked earlier about the spray paint. I didn't want to do one today because, like I say, I am inside, but I did do a couple earlier. And the spray paint that I had at the house that I used, it was a metallic paint, spray paint, so it had some flakes in it. And you can kind of see how that shows up on there, how it kind of sparkles a little bit when the light hits it. It had some gold and had some silver. Now this is one that I did tape on. This one is one, I used the same paints on it, but this one had the hot glue on it. And you can see how it looks a good bit different. And because of the hot glue, the way the textures come up on it. I really like that one. I really think the hot glue works better, but I understand if you can't get your hands on a hot glue gun, or if you just don't want to use one, the tape can work just as well. And like I said, there's a lot of different kinds of tape. The tape I used was just basic blue painter's tape. You can use masking tape, scotch tape, duct tape, you know, all sorts of different things out there that you can use. So that's our craft for today. I hope you have enjoyed watching the video. I hope that you're gonna go out and get the supplies if you don't already have them and do one for us. If you do, make sure you take a picture of it, hop on the Facebook page, put the picture on, and put hashtag CMRLS on it. And that way we can see what you do. We can see how good your eggs look. They're probably gonna look a little better than mine, and I'm okay with that. Look, guys, hope that y'all are enjoying your summer, that you're having a good summer. Hope you're reading. Hope that you're doing stuff to expand your mind, okay? Look, all of us at the library, we miss y'all. We can't wait to see y'all again, you know, and have y'all in the libraries where we can talk and hang out and do all those things. But until that time, look, be safe, keep reading, all right? Y'all have a great summer.